Okay. So same process. We have the writing over here, and we're gonna go through punctuation. We're gonna go through. What was the other one? We checked before. Ah, yes, conjugations,
Yes.
which are verbs. Then we're gonna go through noun phrases. What are noun phrases? Adjectives plus nouns. And that's it. So what I wanted to do yesterday, Silvana speaks a lot, you know, we we are going to check technically what is important for the teacher are these punctuation, conjugations, and noun phrases, like how we build our phrases. Okay.
Okay.
What is important for Cambridge is content, organization, what vocabulary, and use of language.
Okay.
As you can see, the last category, use of language, is the one that is you know, I focus a lot in these two.
Yes.
Right. And use of language is this: punctuation, conjugation, phrases, etc.
Okay. So it is how to say when like those 3 points belong to the same.
The same category.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
The same category for Cambridge. I separate them because I explain it very, very detailed to you. But in the Cambridge exam, it's only worth 5 points.
Okay.
See, vocabulary is also a really very important thing that includes phrasal verbs and B2 words. You know, so if you know a little bit of a B2 vocabulary or a C1 vocabulary, they give you extra 5 points for this. You know, in your case, because you manage formal script and you have emails, for example,
Yeah.
that's a very, very good help in this specific point.
Well, let's see if I use the things that I know.
Yeah, you do it. You do it naturally.
Silvana told me that she wants to review my essay. So
Your essay, awesome.
That's why I'm
Great.
here.
That's why you're there.
that's the only reason why she is connected.
So you are in the party, but you want to check Isaac. One eye to the petroleum and the other eye to Isaac, right?
One hand to my beer and one hand to myself. No, I'm
Thank
on my
you,
way.
technology.
Yeah.
That is so cool. That is very nice. Yes. Keep drinking. Drink one for me. Okay.
But you still,
I'm not drinking. Yeah, I'm on my way. No, but they decided to go on foot. Did you say yesterday?
To go where?
On foot?
Buy food. Buy.
Buy food. Yeah, buy food. So.
Oh, so you're walking.
I have a lot of time. Yeah.
I can see the people.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Okay. So let's check Isaac's text so you can bully all day, all weekend. Okay, Silvana? Very bad, Silvana.
I never, no, I never bully him.
I promise, eh? Don't bully my guy.
No, he's the one that always bully me.
Yes, but you deserve it.
What? Why?
I don't know. That's something I mean.
What happened in these 4 weeks that we have been alone? Well, just three of us, and most of the time you and him.
Yeah, exactly. We have talked a lot. I have gotten some news. So I
So
support,
now you
support
prefer
my
him.
guy. Yes, yes, yes. I support my voice. The voice, whatever. Anyway, okay, let's check it out. Yeah, I was telling him that yes, these 3 points, punctuation, conjugation, which is verbs. This is verb phrases, which are conjugations, and tenses. Noun phrases, which are adjectives and nouns, the correct position of adjectives, connector of, apostrophe s, you know, all these things. And possibly adverb phrases, adverb and prepositional phrases in the correct position. Okay, these 3 belong to use of language. Vocabulary is very easy, and organization and content, to be honest, this is 5 points for free, you know, 5 points content and 5 points organization. What is important about content is that you you comply the task. So if the exercise says talk about the topic and you touch the topic, that's 5 points.
Okay.
That's the only thing. So in the exercise, for example, the one that we had here for the task was, hey, we have 3 people online. That's really cool. 3 people are watching us. That's really nice. The task, the writing task. Over here. 477. Here. If you speak about the workplace and you speak about sports and entertainment, automatically you have 5 points.
Okay.
I also speak about that.
Perfect. If you do, then this is your 5 points. That's it. That's why these first 5 points are really easy. Organization is kind of tricky. You need to use an introduction, a body, and a conclusion that matches the 3 concepts that we saw before. So that's these 5 points really depends on how you organize a task. And this is when you need to read your task again, no? The final 5 minutes, take it to organize your task correctly, because sometimes we have the final part, we put it in the middle of the text, you know?
Yes.
That sometimes happens. So this is a little bit tricky, but the rest of it is the things that I am teaching you in class. Having that said that, we can pass to the next part, which is punctuation. Let's start over here, right? In recent years, the use of robots in our daily life has increased, sorry. Period, very good. That's a very good period.
And that's it.
Exactly.
Please stop there.
Yes, it's an idea. That's it. Continue with the next.
No, stop the review there.
No, man, come on. It is because of the rapid development of new technology. Very good. Which, exactly, before an extender, use a comma. Which is an extender. So this is a very good application of a comma, which has the objective to make things easier. Okay. Robots can be used in any situation, period. However, comma, seeing them in workplaces is more common due to the importance of them in saving money and time. This comma is unnecessary.
Okay.
This comma is not separating an item list, neither
Adding information.
either adding information or extending the sentence. So all of that is not here.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, this one is due to and you continue normally. Saving of them in saving money and time. Robots are being used in manufacturing companies to carry out repetitive tasks. Those tasks could demand an amount of strength. Demand. This is vocabulary issue. Vocabulary issue. Instead of demand, we need to use
involve.
No. Require.
Require. Yes.
You can use require. You can use the cat.
Sorry. Yes.
Demand, require. There's another word. Let me check Lingui.
Yeah.
If we go through Lingui, like if you say esto demanda cierta necesidad, for example.
Okay.
Talk about
government.
no, the one that's needed is claim. You see, require.
Require, yes, it sounds better.
But also you can use the word request.
Yes.
Request.
Okay. You said require, request. Okay.
Some of them, I don't like to use Lingui too much because, for example, if you use su, this is the other demand, like demandar legalmente.
Yes.
You know? So that's very, very different. Prosecute to this demandar en conceptos de ley. Now, we are not talking about law. We're talking about requesting something.
Yeah.
Require.
Okay, yes, it's a little confusing if you don't know the context.
Exactly. Context is everything, especially with words that sound very similar. Okay, that have different meanings in Spanish, but in English, they have different context.
Yeah.
So in this case is require or request. Demand, a very important thing for vocabulary is avoid cognates. False cognates.
Yes.
Demandar. Okay. So that's tip number one. But we continue with punctuation. Those tasks could require an amount of strength that an ordinary human doesn't have. Nevertheless, excellent. Robots are also present in other kinds of industries. Nevertheless is C1, so automatically you have a good punctuation in vocabulary.
Okay, yeah, I was trying to look at like a different word to use. However, was it?
Oh, it's a synonym.
Yes, but I didn't want to repeat.
Good job. No, yes. Because you used however before.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's good. Let me check. Nevertheless, I know it's B2. It's not C1, but anyway, B2 is the level that we are trying to reach, right?
Yeah.
So that's the one. Very good. Nevertheless, B2. For example, comma, yes. Punctuation correct. The introduction of robots in the sports and entertainment industries has had a different effect. The introduction of robots in sports and different has had, okay. They can help to train athletes or develop new content, comma, but cannot replace people. Okay. Finally, comma, there are assistance robots used. Ooh, this is another comma that is not necessary.
Yes.
This one over here. Yeah, these are very common in Spanish, but in English, if you are going to use a different comma here, like with parentheses, like they substitute parentheses sometimes. In this case, yes. If you say, for example,
could you? Yes, like for like when you are giving the examples, no, for something.
No, no. When you specify, for example, the main idea is Mexicans that live in the United States have suffered some sort of racism, for example.
Okay.
So
okay.
you can expand this idea with a
Uh-huh.
little parenthesis saying Mexicans who have lived in the United States by many reasons or for necessity, for whatever, you know, this information can be between two commas.
Okay, okay.
That's probable too. Substituting the parentheses.
Yes, okay.
In that case, that's possible. But in this case, we are not like adding more information. Probably you can say there are assistance robots, comma, used in housework and in
yes, like
blah, 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 blah.
introducing samples.
Samples, exactly. And then another comma, and then continuing the principal idea.
Okay, yes, I get it.
You know? But
Yes,
that's different.
I think that I already, well, I have to do that before. I have done that before.
I agree. I think you have done that.
Yeah.
Is it for emphasizing or something like that?
It's to give more details. To give more details about what you want to say. You know? Really, it's about adding more information to the main idea, but without losing the main idea. What is important, more important for you? This requires more time of writing than the time that you have in the exam. In the exam, you only have 20 minutes.
Yes.
So if you want to expand your ideas, it requires more time. So don't overcomplicate yourself.
Okay, yeah, just do it simple.
Yeah, that's for paper writing or for other tasks. It's not really necessary here. Okay. Now, they can be small devices that perform activities that are usually annoying for most people. Period. Very good. Robots can sweep the floor, comma, do the dishes, comma, or small. Be careful.
No, I didn't. So did I need an extra comma there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because we're talking about a number one, because you have another option, small actions.
Okay. Okay.
And number two, because you have a conjunction or.
Yes.
It's a fanboys conjunction.
Yes, yes, I remember that part now.
Yep. That's why you need one.
Well, if I use and instead of or, it's the same, no?
If you use and instead of for, no. And also requires a comma.
Comma, yes, okay.
Both of them. So yep, hashtag English. Or small actions like open the blinds. By doing so, we can focus on enjoy your time. As we can notice, robots have had a great impact, comma, and will be more important in the near future. Yeah, okay. This conclusion was a little bit short, so probably that could affect content, your conclusion, but organization was 5 out of 5, definitely. That will be a nice pack for them. So just to remind the sections, we're gonna check here. What is important for Cambridge? And this is what is important. Or what we have studied during the course. Okay, now let's go to the dangerous part. Jesus Christ. Organization 5 out of 5, vocabulary That was the issue. Okay, that was like a kind of okay, now we're gonna go back to vocabulary
Okay.
because there are some words here that we can substitute, we can replace. So let's go
Yeah.
through
Okay.
this.
Now I feel like in the school when the teacher takes the bad essay to make an example of everything that is.
You see, you are bullying my boy. I'm going to
This is
destroy your
No,
example. This is an
no,
example of
it's,
what you don't have
I'm,
to use.
yes.
I'm telling you about me. You took mine like the one that is full of mistakes, and then you take Isaac to give an example of what is
This is what you're
or
supposed to do,
what
you know?
is right.
No, no, no. That
This is
was
very
never my
obvious.
intention. That was never my intention. I really assumed that you studied your commas. Silvana, what happened there? I trust. I hope that motivated you to check your commas lesson.
Yeah, the worst part is that she told me that she neither do that.
That what?
That you neither do that.
Uh,
But he who Isaac?
me?
Yeah,
Yes. You have to
yeah.
study your
You
commas,
told
man.
me that you didn't review your essay.
Yes, you do.
No, but I also have more experience writing in English.
With the emails. That's exactly the thing
Yes,
that I tell you. That
every
can help
day.
you with vocabulary.
No, I think that is one of my problems, that I always use the same words. Yes,
Mm.
I have noticed that. Sometimes I look for new words or to include in my emails, but I think that since I want to speed up the process, I have like a template, so I use the same emails. I just change the information and that's it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
I
it
do
helps
use
to
copy
save
paste.
time. I save time, but I'm not developing like this skill.
Well, yeah, but studying templates is also a kind of a practice. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes I don't, for example, I do my students' exercises, and that helps me practice, even though it's just it's like I continue doing activities for A2 or B1 that I am supposed to know, but then I'm like checking, oh, this is supposed to be like that, or this is supposed to be like that, or I need to include that in my lessons.
Yes, yes, you're learning.
And those are templates. It's another form of practicing.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mhm. That's good. That's good. That's good.
But
So
uh, but I remember that, for example, I when I started in this job, I use a lot of commas instead of periods. So it was
yes,
something that how to say, my previous boss told me. So I tried to correct it. So and it helped me a lot because yes, it looks horrible when you use comma and comma and comma, and it
yes.
also has like a different sense.
It's very natural. It's very natural that we put commas as
Yes.
all the text, and then a native person reads that, and it's like, well, that's a lot of commas, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. That's precisely the thing. Now you know the reason. Mhm. So in punctuation, I think there's no problem. There was a little problem, just a couple of unnecessary commas, but at least the ones that are necessary, they are there, and you separated with periods. So punctuation, there's no issue. There is a little bit of things with verb phrases. I noticed this one.
Okay.
For example, they can help to train athletes. When we saw the lesson of delegating tasks, we said something about the verb help.
Without to.
Exactly.
Yes.
When we use
Actually,
the
I review it in my today's English class at work.
look at that. Exactly. Like it's not wrong, but people don't use it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So they help her to clean her house. People usually say they help her clean using this simple verb.
Okay.
The verb that really needs the connector to is get when you mean hire. You know,
Okay.
that couple got a wedding coordinator to take care of their wedding needs. In this case, yes. But we are not talking about that. We're talking about help. So correction. They can help train athletes or develop new content. The rest is common. Okay. The other one that I remember noticing is, before reading it again, is this one. Robots can sweep the floor, do the dishes, or small actions like open the blinds. Let's fight a parallel structure, okay? You need to establish, when you are giving examples, you need to stick to only one word family. If you're going to use verbs, only use verbs. And if you're going to use nouns, only use nouns.
Okay.
But it becomes tricky sometimes because we change words a couple of times, like this. Robots can sweep the floor. Sweep is a verb, right? Which is correct. Do the dishes, and this is another verb. That becomes correct. When you collocate the conjunction or, you are changing the gear.
Okay.
Okay, let's imagine that you go from one to reverse. And now you need to switch the or open the next chain again. The next chain starts with a noun.
Small action. Okay.
Small actions.
And then
Therefore,
I close with verb.
you close with a verb, and that breaks the chain. How do you transform a verb into a noun?
With ing, no? Opening the
Exactly.
blinds.
Exactly.
Okay.
And small
Yes,
actions. Continue, sorry.
No, I was I was about no, I was going to say that we have like then I can use like the ing.
And then, what do you mean with then?
No, but no, I think that I was thinking something different. For example, when you say I like to go to the movies or I like going to the movies, but no, I think that it's something different. It's a different
Yes.
topic. Yeah.
Yeah, in this case, like is a verb. I like going to the movies. The thing is not the verb like, is the word small actions.
That yes, like it doesn't belong to the same. How to say this thing that, for example, when you have a group of words like vegetables, and then there is a word that don't belong to the group. No?
Oh, yes, there is a word in Spanish.
Yeah.
There is a word in Spanish, but I don't know which one how do you say it in English? I don't know if there is a word in English for that. I would say group, the same group or
Yes.
the same word family.
Yes.
That's the way I would say it. Okay, those are the two that I remember. Now let me read it again so we can check another one. In recent years, the use of robots in our daily life has increased. Has increased, very good. This auxiliary has, together with the in recent years, this is a perfect match.
Yeah. Something that has happened recently.
Exactly. Now you dominate that structure. Yes, my mission is complete. It is because of the
At least
rapid
one.
rapid development of new technology, comma, which has the objective to make things easier. Yeah, no, the first paragraph is excellent. The word rapid, I think it's C1 or B2, which it's a good positive thing for vocabulary. Instead of saying fast, we can say rapid. Rapid only. Wow, we have a lot of people in the chat today.
Sometimes I connect to the next class, and
Oh,
I think
really?
that yes, but I think that there are not like too many people watching the stream.
There's only one view or zero views,
Me.
Today we have the maximum I've seen, there's 8 people. I'm so happy.
Okay, I
Look at
hope
those.
it helps.
Yes, it does. It really does. That's very
No,
nice.
my essay.
The essay. Yes, let's continue praying to our
Yeah.
God. Okay, so vocabulary, that was a good point. The good point was rapid, and the other word was nevertheless.
Teacher, sorry, I just have arrived, so I have to disconnect.
All right, girl. Right, don't drink a lot.
She
No, yes,
has
drink a lot.
to get drunk.
Exactly.
No,
Don't like, get crazy. Okay. Isaac isn't.
no.
He's not going to.
I get Isaac into your hands. Correct?
What?
What?
I put Isaac into your hands. No.
Yeah.
Okay. I promise he's in good hands.
What did I say?
Yes. No. Yes. I bet you are already drunk. But that's good. That's good. Don't worry. He's in good hands. Okay. He's in good hands.
Yeah.
Pinky promise.
Okay.
And you will have the chance to watch the recording.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Yes.
Thank you, teacher.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.
So robots can be used in any situation. However, in any situation, yes, seeing them in workplaces is more common. However, seeing them in work is more common due to the importance of them in saving money and time. The importance of them in saving money and time, or at saving importance in
I'm not sure about that
importance
one.
at. This is, in this case, we are talking about chunks, right? And we remember that this one was chunks or collocations, no?
Yes.
According to the dictionary, the word important usually uses self-importance. No, we don't have it. This is so he understands the importance of, they attach great importance to the project in the importance of.
It's
Probably it's off, eh? Due to the importance of them in. It's because you're connecting of them. So
yeah.
on say, I think it's on, eh? You know why? Because when you are using the word this as a topic, we can consider that like I call them imaginary collocations. You are not saying the word consider, but you are implying a consideration. Therefore, when we use consider, we use connector for. The importance of them for saving money and time. Aha, yes, of course, it matches. It sounds really, really good. For saving money. You know another reason?
No.
When, no, when we talk about purpose, we have only two options, two
Yes.
or four.
Uh-huh.
So that's another reason why you can change it. The connector in, because the connector in is never used for thoughts, for considerations, for topics. We always use, I'm thinking on this.
Yes.
So we never, never, never use the word in when we are talking about plans and mental activity.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
I think it's also well, it could be also a problem because I use in for everything.
Aha, exactly. Oh, that's a great thing that you noticed. Not only you, everybody uses in for everything.
Yeah.
Everybody, all the students. So the difference, a really, really good difference in vocabulary between a B1 speaker and a B2 speaker is that the person can alternate connectors. No, even B2s to C1, I think advanced. It's not like B1, B2. It's more about B2 and C1.
Yeah.
So consider four, the importance of them for, or using for to talk about purpose. Okay.
Yes.
For saving money and time. Robots are being used in manufacturing companies to carry out repetitive tasks. Those tasks could require that vocabulary, an amount of strength that an ordinary human doesn't have. I would use the word wouldn't instead of doesn't.
Okay.
Alternate modal verbs, modals, when the sentence is not about routines. So similar, we use don't and doesn't for everything.
Yes.
You have other negatives, would and could and shouldn't. Even you can use couldn't, for example, for ability.
Yes, I think that couldn't fits better.
In this particular case, the robots are doing tasks that a human person, wouldn't do,
Yes.
wouldn't be able to do. You see, alternating to modals.
Yes, I think that it's part of the problem that I told you that I use the same words.
Yes,
Yes.
totally. But it's corrected. You can, if you consider, or probably these are observations that you haven't done before, and after today you will start adjusting.
Yes, exactly.
Nevertheless, robots are also present in other kinds of industries. In other kinds in other kinds of industry.
No, it's kind, no, I think.
In other kinds. The double plural is what making me doubt.
Yes, it
Nevertheless,
sounds weird.
robots are also present in other kinds of industry. Kind of. I think you can use kinds. Dictionary, kind of something. kind of stuff, kinds of industries. Music of all kinds, various kinds, different kinds. Ah, that's good. You can use plural because industries is countable.
Okay.
So yeah, no, you can use kinds. That's good. Sounds weird, but it's not really weird. For example, comma, the introduction of robots in sports and entertainment industries has had a different effect. The introduction has, I guess, singular. They can help train athletes or develop new content. Develop. Well, you don't develop content, you create it.
Okay.
That's vocabulary.
And develop, we can use to talk about maybe a creativity process or not?
Exactly. No, we never use it like that.
No. Okay.
You develop the creative process, but you don't develop a video, for example. You
Yeah.
make a video.
Yes.
Or you develop ideas, for example, but you don't develop the content.
Okay.
That's collocation. Develop ideas. Develop plans for, but we never say develop new content. But cannot replace people. This idea can be more complex, but cannot, in recent years hasn't been able to replace people because blah 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 blah. Yeah, that probably can affect content. Probably yes, probably not. If you have very ambiguous ideas, that can affect the first part. But that's like observation for Cambridge. Next, finally, there are assistance robots used in housework. What do you mean with housework?
Like the things that you have to do at home, like the chores. I'm not sure if it is chores.
Okay. Then you are correct. Assistant robots. That's why you speak about sweeping the floor, the dishes.
Exactly.
Okay. So now this paragraph is excellent. By doing so, this expression, by doing so, is a very good vocabulary point.
I remember that we reviewed it in the essay that you provided as an example. So and I asked you if it was like a synonym of so.
Yeah.
So that's why I remember that word.
Good job, man. Oh, great. That's a good way. But yeah, because in past classes you would have written only so we can focus on the joy, no? Sounds super empty.
Yeah, so I said, well, I could use it here, so I will do it.
Yeah, no, this is better. This is much better. Okay, perfect. As we can notice, robots have had a great impact and will be more important in the near future. That's great. Very ambiguous penalization, I repeat. So try to complete your sentences in order to avoid losing these points. Try developing your sentences as complete ideas. I know organization was perfect. And that's your things. There was no need to check these parts because we didn't use a lot of them. But the rest of it, I think it was most important to practice collocations. That's it, my brother. Take your screenshots.
Oh, yes, just give me a second.
Imagine the people who check these writings. I mean, we took an hour in a couple of minutes checking.
But they do it every day, no? Maybe.
That's why in
Yeah.
1 hour you can check only 2 or 3.
Yes.
A lot of work, man.
Now I understand why you take your time to
deliver
to review. Yes.
exams. Yes, man. Yes, yes. I manage myself. I always check all the optional the multiple option questions, like really quick.
Yes, that's the easy part.
So sometimes, because sometimes you need to clarify or you need to give
Yes.
some
Feedback.
remember the day, remember the that. So that's the first part. And then the writing section is like, Jesus Christ, I take a long time doing that.
No, yes, yes, I understand why.
That's the reason why. But there you have it, bro.
Okay,
This is
it was great actually.
It was, yes, yes, it was super interesting. I want to finish with Sylvanas. Probably we can do that tomorrow. But
Yeah,
right
sure.
now, you're free to go, bro.
Okay, well, that's great.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I need to lie on the floor because I feel that I'm on fire. The weather
Oh,
is cold.
yes. Take a cold shower, bro. I did that
Yes,
and it feels so
I was
good.
planning to do that and also to acquire a fan.
Okay.
But yes, okay.
Responsible purchases for the
Yes.
household. That's good, man. That's good. Go take
Okay.
a cold shower.
Yeah, sure. Well, thank you.
Have a good day, man. See you later.
You too. See you tomorrow.
Bye, bro. Very good. There you have it. Perfect. Hello, everybody. Who are you? Where are you? Can you say hello on the chat, my people? Is anyone there? We have 4 people online. That's very nice. How are you? Well, if you don't have any comment or any question, don't worry, my people. I will see you tomorrow. Right? Have a very good day.